listen to.
It's a beautiful track, man. I'm glad you made it. All right, welcome to another episode of Beats for Lunch with your boys, Sauce, Robert, and
J-Jack, the producer.
And we're here to talk to you about life.
Anything about it?
About anime, about time travel.
Beef stew.
Beef stew. Ooh,
beef stew.
Beef stew for me and for you.
And for us.
So, Cameron, you got anything you want to update from last week?
Nope. Nope.
I got a little something. Last week I talked about how I quit my job. And probably right after the podcast, I went and got me another one.
Awesome.
I went and got me a check. I got a check.
What do you do now?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually working at this sushi bar.
Nice.
This Japanese restaurant. And I'm learning a lot, you know. And I'm actually happy now.
That's good. That's good. It's always good to work somewhere that you feel happy with.
Because, you know, I did not feel happy at all at the last restaurant. It was mundane. It was coming in doing the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, man, but I think I was never diagnosed. I think I got a little ADHD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do the same thing over and over again. I got to be in different spots. I got to be here. I got to be here. I got to be here. Hopefully that went around people's headphones. To the right, left.
But they're missing you now, though.
Oh, yeah, they're missing me. She's been blowing up my phone, sending it straight to voicemail. Because can't nobody talk to me. Can't nobody. What you been up to this week, man?
Working, man. Working.
Just working?
Just working.
I feel you on that.
I picked up an extra day this week, so yeah.
you look tired.
I am, man. It's only Monday.
Oh, we are recording this at what? 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah, it is pretty late.
We got the lights dimmed down low.
Yeah, I gotta wake up early too. I wake up early again.
Well, that's all right, because we gotta do what we gotta do.
Always.
Well, for this week, I wanted to talk to you about this article that I read about a man who lived to 145 years old.
Wow.
No, he's still alive, actually. He's 145 years old right now.
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think he was born in 1892.
Probably.
Like, this man was born 400 years after.
Are you sure it's real, though?
No, it's real. This man's old as hell. He looks like an orange peel that's been like a raisin in the sun. This man's old.
God.
He is. But this man smokes like 100 packs of cigarettes a day. He's like, I'm just ready to die.
How is he 145 smoking packs of cigarettes?
He said he planned his funeral 5 years ago.
I bet.
He said, I can't die. He said, I'm trying to go out, but they ain't letting me.
Every act to commit to take himself out, something just redirects him to live. His curse. His curse is to live.
His curse is to live.
I think what makes it worse is he's old. And like you said, he's an orange pill. So like, every day he just like...
He's still moving around. I mean, like, he can't like feed himself or anything. He needs help with that.
Exactly. At that point when you need to help feeding yourself.
I'm trying to be on vampire status, though. Like, if I'm going to be alive, I want
to be young, looking good.
Yeah, I want to be young, looking good. I want to be able to run around.
Yeah.
You know, toss the football with the great grandchildren.
Yeah.
You know?
Eons from now.
Yeah. But the reason why I brought this up and I want to talk to you about was, if you were to live for a long time, what would you like to see happen in the future? Like toward like technology or like environmental things or...
I would just like to see things grow modern wise. I would like to see where not just places that are financially stable and like economically good. Like for instance, like I would like to see the future where everybody looks like they live in the future. Not, you know, like if you got money, you look like you can live in the future versus you don't got no money. So like the project,
like you in the present.
The project in 2018 still looks like the project in 2069 or something like that.
Well, if you think about it, back in the 1950s, they had their idea what we were going to look like. We're going to have like the shoulder pads with the spikes on them. Yeah. We got the glasses with the thing going out. Yeah, but they were completely wrong. I mean, they got, you know, the self-lacing shoes, right? They got the hoverboard, right? Yeah. You know, the Cubs win the World Series and 2000, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's really no way to know what's going to happen in the future. But as far, like, what I want to see happen is I want to get to a point where, how do I put this? I want to get to a point where it's a stereotype that black people are rich.
That'd be dope.
And smart and good in math. And I'm not saying that there's not black people who are, but the stigma.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know it. They got their pants sagging around their ankles.
Breeches. Pull your breeches
up. I'm like, I don't even like wearing loose pants. To be honest with you.
Sure.
I love wearing belts.
Me too.
Because I want to run. I need to know when I got to take off. You
Can't take off with your pants around your ankles, can you?
What was that? I want to be able to dunk. Like, if somebody threw me a basketball while I'm at dinner, I got to be able to dunk on somebody real quick. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They said one-on-one right now. And I'm in my, in a tuxedo. Shoot, I got to be able to cross somebody up, drill between my legs. And I'm going with that heli. Boom, boom. Slam, dunk on their head.
Speaking of proper dressing and the future, you know what I've always wondered about Star Wars? All this technology, you got, the Millennium Falcon, you got stuff like that, you got R2-D2, but they walk around in rags. Like,
ain't rags, they robe.
Man, out of all the technology, they've never thought about having like body armor, maybe? Or like,
well, why would you need body armor?
In case you got hit or something,
Oh, I'm sorry. Only evil people wear body armor.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Darth Vader.
It's like the heroes in every movie growing up. It seemed like the heroes struggled to get power, but
no, they did.
Villains is just easily accessible. They have the best powers.
And then when villains become good guys, they just become weak for some reason.
Exactly.
Yep.
Always happens. You turn to the good side, you're gonna lose some strength.
Just a little bit. Well, because they got to hold back because you can't kill anybody anymore. Mm-hmm. But as far what else I like to see in the future is I want to see steps towards ending world hunger.
True.
You ever heard of something called the jackfruit?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they say, jackfruit is a complete protein. You can eat this thing. And you can be good. You can make all kinds of gains in the gym if you eat this thing. It weighs approximately 50 pounds, 20 to 50 pounds, right? Depending on the size. They say if this was planted in every city of the world, it could end world hunger. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why can't we take steps towards doing that right now? And I know the reason why.
Money.
It's because you can't make money off of everybody not being hungry.
Exactly.
If everybody's fed, you can't make no money off of poor people.
You can't.
You can't make no money off of starving people.
No, you can't.
You can't. And it just goes back to what are people going to sacrifice to make sure that the world is a better place?
They got to sacrifice themselves and their own greed, selfishness.
Exactly. Like we will never get fully electric cars until somebody's like, you know what? Bump it. We just gonna go all electric.
Yeah, we're gonna take the wheels off. We're gonna put
right. We're making too much money off of oil right now. Yeah. Everybody has an oil-driven car, right? Because just imagine if one day the oil tycoon's like, all right, we're not gonna be doing oil anymore, right? Y'all gotta find another way. Everybody's gonna switch to electric, or they're gonna be hoofing it.
But that's what I'm saying. My comment earlier that if everybody were to switch to electric, like that's what I want. Like everybody to be able to have that, ability to do so. Versus like only the rich can have like nothing but electric cars, and you got people still driving 2003 Toyota Camrys and whatnot,
Honda Civics and
yeah, exactly,
the Saturns,
exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, people like Elon Musk, right, are trying to move in that direction right now. I heard you're supposed to be coming out with a $14,000 electric car pretty soon. And he's trying to send cars to space. I'm like, what you gonna drive on? Space Road?
Apparently they sent up SpaceX today.
They did?
Yeah.
Nobody told me. Where was my news alert, Kayla?
Elon said, Robbie, go ahead and take the day off.
Right. Elon said, "We're gonna wait till you go to work to do this because we know you're gonna have something to say." But we're moving into a good place. I also want to see us explore the Earth a little more. They say we haven't found 92% of the species that are on this planet. That's a lot.
92?
We at 8% right now.
Most of them underwater, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see some deep sea exploration, man. Where's Aquaman at? He been hiding out. You know?
Yeah.
Let's discover what's on the ocean floors, right? Before we go out into space. But then maybe we can do the same. We can do that at the same time. Like half the population does the sea, and the other half the space.
Cost, man. It costs. It costs.
But what's the cost?
Millions and billions of dollars.
But what's the cost of not doing it?
Progression.
Lives, man, lives. If we could go undersea, find a new resource that'll help the world, wouldn't it be worth it?
True.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But nobody thinks like that. Everybody's selfish. Everybody's throwing trash in the ocean. That's why we got this thing called Trash Island, which is the size of Texas. Just floating out there in the ocean. You know? Just drifting along.
The size of Texas.
The size of Texas? Well, about the size of Texas. I mean, this thing called Ocean Cleanup, they're supposed to be trying to work out a system to take it all away, but, you know, it's going to take a while. And that trash got to go somewhere. Whether it be landfills or they burn it all, but if you burn it, you got CO2 emissions going into it. You know, it's just like you try and fix one problem and then you cause another, right? Gas is messing up the ozone layer and, you know, the world's heating up. But then you switch to electric, what's going to happen then? Right? They say it's clean, renewable energy, but what are the side effects, right? Just like Claritin, you know? It soothes your allergies, right? You won't sneeze. Mm-hmm. You won't have foggy eyes. Your nose will stop swelling. But you'll have diarrhea, flatulence, upset stomach, you know?
Diarrhea, headache, cough, shake, shivers, shingles, whatever.
If your arm falls off, go see your doctor.
No, I'm not saying Claritin give you shingles.
It might. We don't know that.
But here's a great topic.
What's up?
I like this.
What's up?
And another point I want to see moving forward, or something I want to see moving forward, is everybody having access to education. You know?
You wouldn't say we have that now?
Correct. And true education. You have access to it, but it costs a pretty penny. Like, I wish college was specifically for your major and not had you like do basic your first 2 years. Because I feel like those first 2 years waste a lot of your time.
Let me ask you this. Is college worth it nowadays? Because information is readily available on the internet. Yes. All you need to do is study.
I would say college, if it's anything like doctor or anything business related or something that requires a study, like lawyers, you know, or practice. As far as things like you want to be like if you want to be like a coach or a teacher or something like that, I think that there's different ways to achieve your goal than having to go through school. Because if you want to go through school, of course, you're going to have to get experience. Experience, you got to translate over to the job you want to get. Yep. Then you might work a job you don't want to ever work for, but you're like, I'm here because
this is what get that experience.
Exactly. And the whole time you already have the know-how, you have the wit, you have the drive, but you're letting a job dictate your own path. You know what I'm saying? You're right. When you can already go ahead and bust it out. You already know what you did. You got your degree to back it up. So go out and achieve it. But, you know, that's what they don't want to tell you that. You know, they don't want to tell you that going up.
Yeah, they don't. But then again, everybody got a degree now.
Everybody.
Right. You pretty much got to get a master's degree to set yourself apart from everybody else. Everybody's getting bachelors now. And that's the hard thing. Because then they look at experience. Like if I want to be an executive chef, they say, okay, we need 15 years executive chef training well, you had to have been an executive chef for 15 years in order to get this job. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, that job said I got to be an executive chef for 5 years. And this other job said I got to be an executive chef for this amount of years. And I'm like, well, who's going to say you can be an executive chef?
Yeah.
Right? No matter how much experience you got, if you don't got experience in that exact position, they don't want to hire you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, how in the world am I going to get hired? That's my question.
And another view I like to take is now with social media, you can basically brand yourself in a way to where, you can put yourself on the map for anything you want to do. Like, say, for instance, if you own a business, you can now stream yourself. You can take pictures of yourself. You can make videos, share it. It might go viral. You can actually pay people to promote your business for hours or days. So, like, nowadays, you really don't need it,
Yeah.
Because how easily accessible everything.
You can build yourself up.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to do it the right way, it's going to take you a pretty penny just for a piece of paper saying, I completed this amount of time. Mm-hmm. It shows them that, okay, he has the willpower. He did it. But some people, they just don't have normal lives where they can just only focus on school. Maybe they have a little, they play Quidditch on their free time. They go to the gym. But, like, for real people who have, like, kids and they don't have the time or the money. Like,
or you just broke and you going to college, man. Yeah. You need to work and go to college at the same time. Yeah.
If you have a funding to go to college, do it. But if it's not and you don't know what to do, I highly suggest just find something you really like to do and find a way to tap into that and make something out of it. Because I'm pretty sure if you just put a little bit of know-how and will, you can find a way to get some kind of income or out of the situation.
And I think we talked about this the other day. If you're really good at something, somebody will pay you to do that thing.
Exactly.
If you're the best person at mopping floors, somebody will pay you top dollar to do that.
I guarantee if you make a video, if you have a dirty floor and you make a video about you mopping it and the floor is clean, you will that will trend and then you're going to get paid to just mop floors. Like,
exactly.
It literally works that way.
But here's the thing. There's a flip side to it. You could be the best person at something, but if you're an asshole, nobody wants to work with you.
Yeah.
Right? They will take the third best person who has a good attitude and always wants to work.
Humble beginnings.
Over the person who's the best at it, but they don't ever want to work. So that's why you got to find the balance of both. And I'm starting to see that now because in youth, right, I was taught never to kiss anybody's ass, right?
Yeah.
And you were taught that too. And it was hard to me to distinguish what ass kissing was and what just being like cool with a boss, you know? Because every time I see somebody like they being buddy with the boss, I'm like, man, he's kissing ass, dog.
Yeah.
They brown nosing it. They in between the cheeks.
I was been it, spreading it.
But it's good to get on the good side of the boss. If they're cool with you, you'll be more likely to be promoted.
Yeah. Right.
Even if like you're the best person, but you keep to yourself, they gonna move up. Who's like, okay, well, I can actually have a conversation with this person. And that's pretty much how life is. If you got the hookup, then you good.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True. Actual. Let's see. Oh. Guess what?
What?
You won't believe it. Hey, that One Piece, by the way, wasn't on quick sidebar. That One Piece wasn't on Netflix or Crunchyroll.
It was Crunchyroll.
I looked on there.
Story of the East Blue. I showed you.
Story of the East Blue. Oh, okay. I looked, because if you turn on TV right now, I promise I look.
It's the first thing that pops up.
Nah.
It shows like a child Luffy.
Nah.
What were you about to say, man? You cut yourself off.
Yeah, I cut myself off, man. I'm so sorry. So,
I apologize to me.
A new project of mine, I might be looking into the marketing side of real estate. Seeing where that avenue takes me, see what I can do with that.
Okay.
Money on some landscape.
How do you feel about that, man?
Opportunities. I feel like just, you never know.
Does it mean you're going to stop making beats?
No. Man, I can do it all, man. Like Floyd Mayweather, I can beat you in the ring and then just You know?
And what, throw 100,000 at you?
Throw 100,000 at you, man. Tell you clean up real quick.
Nah, I'll be honest with you, dog.
Feeling down in dumps here. Wipe your tears away with these Franklin. Let Franklin console you real quick. Yes, he made me feel a lot better.
I'll be honest with you, dog. I'm tired of being broke.
Struggle, man.
And like it gets to me sometimes.
It does, yeah.
To where it's like, man, I'm broke. I don't know what to do. You get into that, like, you get into the sunken place, man.
You really do, yeah.
Like bills here and stuff you got to pay for. And oh no, you got a flat tire. You got to pay for it. It's random. You can't plan for that. Oh no, the transmission went out. Oh no, your tags. And I'm like, and then it's like, okay, well, now I got to go get money.
I hate the feeling of, like, you have money, but, like, you hate to spend it on yourself because at any moment, like, something can happen. Yeah.
That's why I tell you always got to keep 10% for yourself.
Yeah.
But you don't do that.
I do.
I'm like, you got to pay yourself at the beginning of the week, man. Otherwise, you working for free.
True.
Right? You paying everybody else, but you ain't paying yourself.
That is true.
Right? You're slighting yourself. And if you could take yourself to court, you would sue them for every penny that you owed.
Yeah, I owe myself a lot of money, man.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. And the thing is, like, if you don't pay yourself, you'll work 5 years, you'll look up, and you got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, it's always nice to just put 10 aside, and, you know, at least you plan maybe a year later, like, okay, I'm going to go on this cruiser, okay, I'm going to take this flight somewhere, and just enjoy myself, like, okay, it's worked.
Or you can be like, I just want to buy something, you know, for me.
I earned
I don't gotta use my rent money to buy something.
Exactly.
Spending your last. You know? You know what I'm saying? We're at the cusp, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the event horizon.
Yeah.
You know what that is, man? It's that point in the black hole where there's no going back. We're right there, dog. And we're finna get into this thing, and there ain't no turning back. Right? Because if you do, your back gonna get the first thing that's swallowed up. Either way, you're going into it.
Yeah. We just gotta find a way to tap into its sources and just crack the code.
It's just
crack it.
It's just
process.
It's consistency, man. And to be honest, we haven't been consistent.
True.
We've been slipping, dog.
But we have real things going on.
Like Pastor Nate Holcomb said, we backsliding.
We
Are
you here? Are you there?
We backsliding. Man.
Nate Holcomb talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna close today. And then, oh yeah, one more thing.
And 50 minutes later,
I'm sorry, I'm keeping y'all time. Go ahead, Pastor. No, man, I gotta go.
It was doing the Super Bowl too. Super Bowl Sunday.
Man, I remember when the pastor. Remember the pastor? He missed the countdown on New Year's.
Oh man.
Man, people. That's when people were sending forward still. All the boo, Happy New Year's, boo 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 boo. Happy New Year's.
I got. You know what?
Oh, would you look at that? We missed the clock. We'll just count down on ourselves. Can we do that? Yeah.
No, we didn't miss it. We didn't miss it.
No.
You're leading us through prayer through the new year. That's when you got one eye open when they bring. Like, we missing it.
Come on, man. Fake countdown. Oh, what?
But like we got to be better, man. You know, I been broke this last week, so I couldn't post a video. And I could have posted like a face to face video, but nobody watches those. Everybody's like, "Oh, you cook? You better cook something."
Exactly.
You know. Every time I talk to y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all don't want to hear the words I'm saying. I told y'all we got 10,000 subscribers. I only got like 300 views on that one.
It's all a process, man. It's all a process, man. But it'll figure itself out, man. Everything happens for a reason, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a reason. It's a reason why we took a few weeks off. It's a reason why we're back. It's a reason why it's going to continue to happen. And it's all a process, you know?
It is.
Everything truly happens for a reason. And for those of y'all listening, don't forget that either. If you feel like you're going through something right now, it's happening for a reason. Because what happens after it rains, Robbie?
Clouds.
It clears up, Robbie. That's what I'm saying. It ain't always going to rain. It ain't always going to rain.
No, sir. There's going to be a rainbow at the end. And guess who's guarding the gold?
I am, and I want you to run up.
And I dare you. Walk up in these streets.
I'm gonna be like Cell, and I'm gonna wait in one spot, waiting for you to catch your fade.
Booger me. But at the end of the rainbow, there's always a pot of gold sitting at the edge of the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what I'm trying. I'm just trying to get that pot of gold, man.
Pot of gold, yeah.
Not a pot of gold as far as like money, but just like
everything.
I think my pot of gold is just happiness. Man.
Yes, I was gonna say that too.
I don't want to be happy.
And I was telling mom today. That's what inspired me to at least try this little real estate thing, because I'm like, you know what? It's like the money I'm making is good, but I'm just not happy doing it. Like I don't like at this point. I just want a career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I just want a career to. I don't like at this job, for instance. One of the rules there is like if you're tardy, you get a point, and then like if you get 9 points, like from there that requires you to get terminated. For me, I don't have any points, but I think that's awfully kind of childish that like you can't show up late, but people stay far, and there's all kinds of things that happen, stuff like that.
All kinds of
and then too at
my
job, it's like no structure. Like one manager on the floor, it's 50 people on the floor. Ain't no structure, man. Mm-mm. Like they had a new manager today, Sunday. Threw her in, man, for a whole hour. All of orders got canceled because she got thrown in the fire. Everything was late, and people was eating off me for free, bro. And I was like, you know what, man? I honestly contemplating thinking about getting me like this. This is what man. I just want to find me a career. Like I had my advising appointment today with my school, and that was okay. But I just want something now, like. Now
that you can just like settle into and like
now, yeah,
somewhere you can find that grindstone.
Yeah, and for those of y'all who don't know, Kate, as the producer, has a daughter, and daughter gets what she wants. So I gotta have my money, she gotta have her money. You know,
gotta have them diapers.
Exactly. I gotta eat for both of us. So it's one of those things where you gotta get hungry, yo. So I'm pretty sure. Like I've never tried it. I mean. And I like working with people, helping people, and I think it's an avenue that achieves both of my goals as far as like business, wanting things money wise, and then still interacting with people because like the reason the job I got now is I interact with people, and I know that sometimes they come in, you can see they're visibly upset, and then all you do is give them good service, and you see it turns around like 180. So. Like making people happy is a big thing for me. So I feel like maybe, I sell my home and it's like these first time buyers. Like I feel like, dang.
Yeah, you feel good on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
So K-Jack's going to be producing the home.
Building beats from the ground up.
He's going to be producing happiness. Oh, man. But it's just like, I know it's coming. But it's the journey that's the hardest part,
Because it's a waiting game, and you're just like, man, how long am I going to wait? Because you never know. There's no time clock. There's nobody going to tell you. Like, you only get hints. You can only get hints through life about what's about to happen, but you don't really know.
I could post a video. I could post a video next time, and that video can get 1 million views in the first day. Probably won't happen, but it could. And if that does happen, I'm quitting my job. No, but anything could happen. And I think I just got to be there to receive it. I think I talked to you the other day about the goddess of luck, right? From the story of the richest man in Babylon. And if you don't know that book, go out and read it because it's a beautiful tale of saving money and growing your money and making things happen. But basically,
you get in the bag and run with it. You get the bag and fumble it.
Ooh. But basically, what the goddess of luck did in the story is that she presents you opportunities, right? And if you don't take it, then you won't have the good luck, right? So there was a story in there about a man who was given the opportunity to buy 900 sheep for a discounted price, right? And this sheep had the best wool in all the land, And it was nighttime, and the merchant was like, I got to get home to my wife because she's pregnant. She's going into labor. I'll give it to you for a third of the price. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, no, I don't want to buy it. right? I can't count all these sheep at night. He said, you know what? I'll give it to you for a fraction of the price. I'll give you half of a third of the price. He said, no. All right, they waited till morning. Gates opened up. Well, they were outside the gate of the castle. They couldn't get back inside. They opened the gates. Merchants ran out. He ended up spending 3 times as much of the normal price than he would have if he would have just bought the sheep then and there. Right? So he procrastinated. And what they said was procrastination is the aversion of good luck. So don't procrastinate. Take on your opportunities when they come to you. And grab life by the throat. Choke it out.
Submit.
Mm-hmm. Go to sleep. And all right, I think that's all for this week. If you've listened so far, thank you. We appreciate you.
We really do.
We really do appreciate you. And you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Beats for Lunch, where K-Jack, the producer, is producing what's going on there. So if there's nothing, go to his YouTube channel and tell him you don't like it. Tell him you want to see more. Tell him you want to see more. And he will. You can follow me at Sauce Robert on YouTube, where I post videos. I post all kinds of cooking videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Sauce Robert. Where can I find you?
You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at K-Jack the producer.
Bruh, he's producing.
Follow me.
All right. That's it for this week. Bye-bye.